What's up, fam? Welcome to the second season of Off the Reservation, a show that's written, produced, and broadcast from your mama's basement. So why don't you bring us down some Mountain Dew and bagel bites? I'm your number one wizard, Mal.
I'm El.
And I'm the son of Picasso.
Season 2.
Season 2.
That's crazy, man.
That's what's up right there.
Yeah. Did you guys ever imagine we'd make it to a second season?
A second season, dude. Like, I mean, how does that even work?
I feel like the first 20 episodes of that first season went by pretty quick. Like,
these how many months has it been? 6 months?
we started
6 months?
in like
8 months.
Something like that. Yeah, 8
We started
months.
in November of last year.
But it's super exciting because we've gotten. I think we've got a few people. I mean, I think we could call them fans. You know, people who listen.
Chuck,
Yeah, all of our family.
Beth. We got Beth and
yeah. Shout out Beth. Shout out
Heather.
Chuck.
Heather's sister.
My mom. She listens religiously.
Nice.
She says she listens to it when it drops on Mondays, but we're now on Wednesdays, so I'll make sure I let her know. This is Wednesday. You guys,
Monster Ruck Trally, yo.
Monster Ruck Trally. Yeah, though season 2 is exciting. We're happy to be back.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, you know, what have you guys been up to since we finished recording last couple days ago, week?
I think it's been about a month. And I honestly just don't know what to do with myself on my free time now.
Yeah, hasn't that been weird? It's like creatively, like we come together, we talk about things, and then all of a sudden, like we just stopped.
Yeah.
And then we kind of just like during that time, I was like, I got to write something. I got to do something. I got to create something.
Yeah.
And I mean, during that time, you and I, we had an art show, and we went to that. And, you know, I obviously put off everything to the last minute because I'm a procrastinator.
Well, it was kind of cool because we were able to just we were messaging. We haven't really gotten together as much, but we were messaging and talking about we got a whole new set. Like if you guys are listening, go to YouTube now and check us out. We got a whole new set. It's very
real
exciting.
wood.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Hardwood.
Found a nice cool table. We changed it up. We wanted to change it up for the second season, but in the downtime, we've been messaging back and forth.
Yeah,
guys, what should the set look like? And so it was kind of cool.
Yeah,
we finally got together. We got to put it together, and
shout out to our person on the camera.
Yeah, you know, our camera operator,
Rue.
Yeah, Rue.
You know, she's kind of what our director,
she's kind of our director, camera operator, my wife.
Not just your wife. In that
order. When I'm working, it's in that order too. You know.
But yeah, I mean, she's been here since day one,
since inception.
Yeah, and
she's been around.
Yeah,
just kind of in the shadows,
making sure we look good and
making sure we don't say something too crazy.
Yeah, and keeping us on task.
Yeah. But yeah, and then we have Amazing Craft Services by Katrina. We just had some food this afternoon, and it was amazing.
It was delicious.
Yeah, we're really stepping it up in the world.
I mean, she cooked that chicken, man, and I was like, what?
It was like wafting through the hall. It was like, all right, are we gonna finish soon? Because I gotta go get that chicken.
Yeah, I started to get woozy. I was like, man, I haven't eaten in 3 hours, and I could smell it cooking. And I was like, all right, are we almost done here? Because I'm ready to chow down, man.
Yeah. You mentioned you guys had an art show, and I know you guys were stressing out about that a little bit, just because it was coming up quick, right? That was over the Memorial weekend.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I mean, it was always great because when you go to art shows and stuff like that, you get to meet new people, gain new experiences. Some of them good, some of them a bit awkward. But yeah, I mean, being able to meet people who are a fan of the show at the same time, people.
Oh, did you meet some people who had heard us?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, mostly family, but
Look,
It's
regardless
COVID
it's family or
times.
not, it's cool that people are listening. You know, it's kind of cool. Like sometimes like we sit here and we talk into the microphone and we're like, I don't know who's gonna listen.
Yeah.
You know, but we get like feedback and that's really cool.
And well, that's the cool part is like, even during those times, like we'd start talking about like what we're doing on the side. Like I wore my t-shirt. We got a t-shirt made.
Yeah, Mal made some cool t-shirts.
And like it says Off the Reservation podcast.
And we're gonna get those going for some other t-shirt designs going. But yeah.
And I had it up and people were like coming over and I was like, hey, I got. They were like, oh, what's that about? And was able to like give them more information, and pretty soon now like we're growing, like getting people interested, and they were like, man, that sounds so cool. And so I mean it's changing the hearts and minds of people one person at a time.
One person at a time,
one episode at a time.
Exactly. How was the hiatus for you, San Picasso?
It was good. You know me, like I'm always working, so just kind of moved from this project to another project, and it's good to, have this back again. Because, in one sense, this is like, I was telling you guys, it's like therapy just to like talk to you guys, be able to share like thoughts and, just spend time with my brothers. So, it's been good, but I've missed.
Well, I think when we were young, right, our family were always together.
Oh, yeah.
We mentioned that before. It was always with someone at somebody's house. Yeah. So it's kind of cool that get to do this and see each other and hang out as much as we are. Yeah.
And like being able to revisit some of those old memories, like running around, like what was it? There was that time we all threw rocks over grandma's fence and hit somebody's car. And
like why would you do that? We were kids.
The some of the ideas kids have, man.
I know, it's like, why would you just destruction of property just from your own house? It's like, oh man. But so it was kind of cool. We're trying to change some stuff up a little bit this season. So, hope you guys.
I mean, just as a recap, I think, we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get that. First, we're going to take a little break here, and then we'll get right back to you guys. Thank you.
Well, this is breaking news with Brad BearClaw. Today we have a West Duty sighting. Hello, caller. You're live with a BearClaw.
Hi. This is Mary Nez from Gallup, New Mexico.
Okay, Mary. What do you have for us today?
Today I saw a West Duty. He was eating ice cream in the Santa Fe Plaza. You could tell he's doing real good because he was having 2 scoops instead of 1.
Ah, 2 scoops. Could you tell us what those flavors were?
Yeah, I think it looked like it was raspberry sorbet and cookies and cream, but it was definitely on a waffle cone. I like the bowl better because I used to
all right, Mary. Well, that there is one odd combo. Thanks again, Mary, for your call. Well, I am Brad BearClaw, and that's today's West Duty sighting. And now back to you guys. All right, everybody, and we're back. we're back from our short little that gosh.
That Brad BearClaw.
That Brad BearClaw. He just made me all flustered. I couldn't help it.
He's the one handsome devil, that Brad BearClaw.
Yeah, I mean.
Well, he's out there doing the Lord's work.
Doing the Lord's work.
We need to be able to keep track of.
Yeah, and we're able to write it off on our taxes. That's the most important part right there.
I love seeing Indians on TV.
And he's really doing some great work with that West Duty sightings. I believe we're going to be bringing him back on every once in a while whenever he gets a really good sighting.
Well, he's got it's his whole thing,
It's his whole show.
Yeah, definitely. Well, welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Off the Reservation. Thanks for tuning in.
Second season.
Yeah, second. First episode, second season. And
whispering.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Earlier we were talking, we were just kind of reminiscing, I guess, maybe a little bit about a previous season. And kind of how this whole thing got started, and the idea behind the whole thing.
Well, I mean, we talked about it a little bit, and you know what? That even reminds me of the fact that we were on what was it, Res Marquee? That's a show here on YouTube.
Yeah, shout
on
out
YouTube,
Res Marquee.
Shout out to them.
Out on YouTube.
We got to meet Ernie and John, and that was a lot of fun. And they, you know, we got to talk to them about, you know, the meaning behind our show, and that just kind of got me real nostalgic for 6 months ago when we first started.
Real nostalgic.
Real. And you know, the idea behind our podcast and our show. And I got really into, like, you know, a little misty-eyed thinking about it because I was like, man, this is our baby.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, the whole message of trying to get across that, like, you know, we grew up here in the city.
Yeah,
and what it means to us.
And, I mean, it kind of brings us back. It was kind of neat because we had some feedback from some of our listeners or viewers last year. One in particular, he had a really, really cool story. He was talking about how... you know, it really resonated with him. He was part Lakota.
Yeah.
And I think he was only like a quarter Lakota, he said. And
I believe he had said that he had been raised in the city away from his culture.
Right,
and,
right.
I mean, like, all three of us can relate to that, you know? I mean, as much as, like, the Southwest is... essentially a lot of Native American culture, you know, we didn't grow up learning our languages, and we didn't grow up with our religion, our native religion, and you know, with a whole bunch of natives around us to inundate us. And I think that was the interesting thing, is he was did mention that he could relate to us in that way.
Yeah.
And
well, he had mentioned that, like, so he has dark hair and darker skin, you know, but he said, you know, from where he's from, he was always being mistaken, you know, for like Hispanic Mexican, you know, and so like that's us, you know what I mean? Like, that's especially here in Albuquerque. It's like the first thing you get is someone coming up to you and being like, hey, you know, starts talking in Spanish. You're like, I don't speak Spanish, you know, sorry, you know. It's like, and they're almost like, oh, you definitely look like you spoke Spanish, you know.
Like, ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? I gotta use the baño.
Yeah. I think of, do you remember that movie Selena with James Edward Olmos? He has that line where he's like talking about being Mexican American, you know, and he's like, man, they don't know how hard it is to be Mexican American. He's like, we gotta prove to the Americans how American we are, and we gotta prove to the Mexicans how Mexican we are. And one side doesn't like this and that, and he's like, and it's just it's all crazy. That's how I feel sometimes. It's like, you know, like, I gotta prove to my native community I'm still native. And I gotta prove to everybody else that, like, you know, I'm not just native. You know, like, it's weird. It's kind of a weird mixture, but it was kind of cool to hear from. You know, shout out Josh. You know,
Josh, yeah,
his name was Josh, and I hope you're doing well, buddy. And thanks for writing in to us. It was cool to hear about your experience.
And I think one of the things that we've been really excited about is the community that's kind of formed around the whole show. Being able to, you know, last season we talked about the Indian school and its effect on Albuquerque, and the fact that there was a unmarked mass grave.
Yeah.
And during that time when we released that episode, so many of you listeners got to see our post and got to listen to the episode and really were able to engage with us and talk about that. And I think one thing that I really loved about that episode was the fact that we were able to take away the message that we are at a time and place in U.S. society where we can start a movement. And all it takes is us coming together, getting organized, and looking for what goals we want to accomplish in the end. Whether it's, I mean, it could be as simple as getting a plaque made for that.
Yeah.
Or even and getting fences put in place for that.
Right.
And so much as, like, we could get the government to even recognize that it had taken place, not just in Albuquerque, but across the United States and into Canada and in everywhere else.
Yeah.
And I think that was a great message. And that, you know, I don't know if we'll take up that mantle. I know, you know, it's up to each and every person to fill that and see where they want to put their gifts in their hands and their lives towards. And
Yeah. No, yeah, it was definitely a cool experience. We had one guest on last season. Shout out to Dave.
Yeah.
And I know we want to bring Dave back on again. We're looking to get more guests this season. And so we hope you guys enjoy those topics that we're going to be bringing up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I don't know. I mean, we'll be back in a short break. We're going to take a short break here.
We'll be right back, guys.
Hey guys, we just want to say thanks for listening, and remember to rate, review, and subscribe.
And if you have any questions, you can always DM us on Instagram at Off the Reservation Podcast.
And maybe we'll answer it on a future episode.
Now on with the show. All right, and we're back. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe. And, you know, you can always check us out on Instagram and Facebook at Off the Reservation _podcast.
You know, I checked out the Instagram page the other day, and I really enjoyed that picture you guys posted of the big check.
Oh, do you remember that, Elliot?
The big check. You're gonna have to. No, I sort of remember. I have glimpses.
As if we haven't already talked about it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I saw you post that. I was like, I didn't know he had a photo of that.
You know, it's hilarious because that was from what, like 15 years ago.
It had to be something like that.
It was some, like, we had gone. So the story is,
I was so young.
Yeah, we were so skinny too.
I didn't know anything.
Our hair, your haircut. I've always had long hair.
Yeah.
Was that the faux hawk stage?
No, that was a
Hawk Nelson stage.
Mushroom cut.
That was
not mushroom cut, but like, you know, just shaggy hair.
Skater hair.
Skater swoosh.
Yeah.
Yep. Everybody went through that phase in the 2000s. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? That was like the fact that we were all walking down the street, just like chilling and everything, and then came across that.
That was at the Herd Show, wasn't it?
It was the Herd Show.
Yeah, we were
in Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah. Who took the photo?
I think you did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Were you?
Yeah.
Because we were skating, I think.
Yeah.
You
right?
know what it was? I remember now. The recovered memory is the fact that you and I had gone to the movies. We had seen the creepy men at Hooters.
Oh, yeah.
And then
That's right.
we were walking back, and we just so happened to walk behind. It was either like a Kinko's.
Yeah, it was a Kinko's.
And we were like, we saw the big check, and we were like,
it was like in the
we
dumpster,
need this.
right?
Yeah, we were like,
out the dumpster.
Yeah, we were like, we need this. We need to take this home, and you know, like our car is already packed with like paintings and grids and like panels and all kinds of other stuff in it. And we were like, we just need to slide it in there. We're like, well, let's get Son of Picasso, and we'll bring him in, and he'll help us carry it. And so we ran all the way back, and then we were like, Son of Picasso, you need to come with us. You need to come with us, and we need to go do this right now. And you're like, oh, all right, let's go.
That's so funny. You guys were like teenagers still, right? Like I was already in my 20s.
Yeah,
I had to humor you guys. I was like, okay.
You were like, I'm working. It's all right.
And then you were like, we got there, and I remember you were like, dude, we can't take this with us. And I was like, I want this giant check.
I was like, just take the picture.
Yeah.
So you talked us into just taking a picture.
Like,
I felt like I was like Happy Gilmore. You remember that scene? he's like, oh well, when do I get my check? He's like, I don't have any checks to give. He's like, I don't care. Give me one of them big ones. That's what I felt like. I was like, oh, we got to take a picture with it.
Yeah. And what was it? It was that Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare or something like that.
Something like that for cystic fibrosis. But it was funny because it was in the back of like the Kinko's. There was like
Seriously,
definitely one that messed up.
Like,
right?
what do we do with this?
They're like, yeah, we messed this one up. Let's just toss it.
Yeah, well, you look on it. It had like, I think it was like $300,000 written on it.
Hefty donation.
And I was like, man, you know, like I heard a rumor that if you take anything that's like been written up like a check and deposit, like any bank will deposit it. I don't know. We could have had a,
Yeah, and then we could have, could have been getting out of jail about this time.
we could be funding this entire thing,
Yeah, so we'd be being released from jail from fraud by now. So how
stealing
different life could have been. Yeah,
stealing
donations.
money from
Well, I guess we would have been depositing it back to the foundation.
yeah. Like, I'll take it in cash.
Could have been the white in your name out and like put
Like,
your name in.
Yeah, this is legit.
Yeah, this is legit.
We'll cash that. Oh man, yeah, those were just like talking about art shows. That's the kind of hijinks that we used to do.
That was fun.
And it was fun.
And like that was just messing around with like a camera, like just one little camera. Like and now you look at the stuff like you guys have you guys shot the intro for us.
Yeah.
For season 2. Like that is so sick. Like
Yeah.
And it's like, man, just sky's the limit with what we can do.
Oh, I tell you, Elliot here and Rue are like, I was gonna say you're the magic man, but you guys are like the magic couple, like being able to do all I did was provide the car, and you guys wrote it up, and I mean, you even had like a storyboard on your phone, and was like,
I got really excited. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I enjoy making movies. I enjoy making I just enjoy doing that kind of stuff. So it was really fun, and you guys, we all came up with the idea. We were like, oh, what are we gonna do? Well, let's take the literal leaving the reservation off the reservation and make it like someone is leaving and coming into town.
For those of you who don't know, that's actually real footage. They're driving out of Tohashi.
Yeah, it was cool. We introduced using a green screen. The first time I ever used a green screen. It was kind of poorly done, but intentionally poorly done.
Yeah,
it was an homage. If you guys have ever seen Quentin Tarantino's movies, whenever he does inside a car, I'm thinking
Pulp Fiction.
You're inside the car and you've got the kind of grainy, cheesy footage behind them, and it's they're driving. Yeah, that's what we were going for, and I thought we did pretty good.
I thought we did good.
Yeah, and it was pretty exciting. And then I actually was able to get that footage. It was an actual drive down I-40 coming into Albuquerque. It's kind of cool. You hit that hill, and then you just see the mountains appear and the whole city. Unfortunately, it was kind of smoky that day. It's
the world's on fire.
I know. New Mexico's been on fire, man.
But along that same lines, I mean, I feel like being able to see that inspired the three of us to start being we can do a little bit more than this. We want to start we have ideas for movies. I went through college and learned how to do script writing, and so be prepared, guys. We're gonna take the world by storm with some movies and videos, all kinds of things.
Yeah,
skits.
And like we were saying earlier, this season we're trying to step up our game. We want to add more guests,
quality and quantity.
Yep, exactly. And we've got actors that we want to interview, models. And
I know New Mexico is just ripe with talent.
We've got so many people, and we're reaching out to people. If you are interested, or someone who might be interested in being interviewed and who's in that realm of the world,
and if you want to sponsor, so that way we can just go ahead and make more things.
I know we could film all 2 episodes a week if things worked out right.
Yeah,
it'd be great.
Yeah.
We're really excited, guys. Thanks for coming in to the second season. We're really excited to give you guys something really cool.
Give you something to talk about.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys.
Remember to rate, review, and subscribe, and
check us out on social media. You guys know the drill.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see you next week.